So interestingly, the Great Resignation is being led by tech workers. Why is that?
Well, Emily, the Great Resignation is not only happening, it's accelerating, right? A record 4.4 million Americans quit their jobs in September. And 50% of workers said that they're planning to look for a new job in 12 months. There is absolutely an ongoing war for talent, and companies must adapt and introduce new strategies and new technologies to thrive. Now, we're seeing the tight labor market across all sectors, including retail, healthcare, but especially we're seeing in technology. And in tech, Emily, it's a game of musical chairs right now. 7 out of 10 workers are thinking about leaving their job in the next year. Employees have never been in such a position of power. It's a very interesting inflection point in the market.
Is there something about tech in particular that has employees reevaluating? Is it because there are so many open jobs, so many choices out there?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, there's a lot of IPO money out there right now, and venture funding is at all-time highs. There's many great opportunities and lots of competition for the best and brightest. So while some folks might certainly be changing careers or potentially exiting the labor force, my sense is that the majority are actually switching companies. Now, think about it. Traditionally, tech companies have boasted amazing office culture that really fostered bonding and loyalty. All of that went away during the pandemic, and companies are now scrambling to find novel ways to attract and retain talent.
So right now there are 7 workers for every 10 jobs overall. How do employers compete with that? What should they be doing?
To survive the talent shortage, companies must really innovate on both tactics and technology. There is absolutely a dramatic shift in the future of work that's happening right now. Not only is HR evolving and becoming way more expansive, the technologies that will support new modalities of work are also changing. As an investor at Sapphire Ventures, a leading B2B venture capital firm, we are funding the next generation of companies pushing forward the future of work and collaboration. Just to share an example, on the talent acquisition side, we recently invested in a company called GEM, which enables companies to hire passive talent faster via automation. These are folks who aren't actively looking for jobs, right? Sales teams have been using tools like Outreach and HubSpot for years to automate and leverage analytics for outbound efforts. And it's finally moving over to the talent acquisition side by necessity.
How long do you expect this to keep on happening? I mean, is this the foreseeable future? Is this just a short-term blip? Do things stabilize sometime next year, or could it go on longer than that?
I think it might go on for a lot longer, Emily. And one thing I want to point out is a lot of the discussion and a lot of the narrative around the so-called Great Resignation has been centered around challenges and frankly fear that it's going to stymie growth at specific companies and in the general economy. But I think this is a huge opportunity. This is a huge opportunity for employers to really evolve and think about their relationship with their employees. And technology is going to have a huge role to play in that. Many of the traditional paradigms around work, like the 9 to 5 and a central physical HQ, really stem from legacy, from times when we didn't necessarily have the technology to power what we now know work could be like post-pandemic. Workers can now work anywhere, anytime with the aid of communication and collaboration software. This is a massive opportunity for employers and employees to move forward into the future together.